Right now, somewhere beneath the ground, a young woman is buried alive, and the clock is already running out. Over the years, people often asked me about the most disturbing case of my FBI career. This was the one I could never forget. It's December 1968. You're standing in a dense forest just outside Atlanta, Georgia. It's quiet. Too quiet. Because beneath your feet, someone is screaming inside a hidden capsule, sealed underground, fighting for air. And the most terrifying part, the FBI didn't even know where to start looking. A desperate race against time to save a young woman buried alive. What happened next would haunt her mother for the rest of her life. At 4 a.m., inside a motel room at the Roadway Inn near Atlanta, Jane Mackle was jolted awake by a knock at the door. When she looked outside, she saw a man wearing a police cap. He claimed to be an officer and said her daughter's boyfriend had been in a serious car accident. And the moment that door opened, everything went wrong. The moment the door opened, the truth followed. The man wasn't a cop. He shoved a rifle into Jane's face and forced her face down onto the bed. A second intruder rushed in, gagged her with duct tape, tied her arms and legs, and tried to knock her unconscious using chloroform. Jane fought back with everything she had. Her daughter, 20-year-old Barbara Mackle, begged her mother to breathe the fumes, believing it would protect her. Instead, Jane pretended to lose consciousness. As she lay frozen, the last thing she saw was the hem of Barbara's nightgown disappearing through the doorway. In just minutes, a perfectly planned kidnapping had already succeeded. The kidnappers knew her name. They knew her boyfriend. They knew exactly where she was staying, and the reason why would soon shock federal investigators. Barbara Mackle was a senior at Emory University. She normally lived on campus, but after falling ill, her mother drove her from their home in Coral Gables, Florida, to take care of her, and Coral Gables held the answer to why she was targeted. Barbara's father, Robert Mackle, was a multi-millionaire land developer, wealthy, influential, and extremely well-connected. That single detail changed the entire investigation. Within hours, the FBI's top agents were mobilized. Inspector Rex Schroeder was assigned to stay with the family around the clock. Every available agent was placed on standby, and time was already slipping away. The voice on the other end wasn't panicked. It was confident. Later that morning, a call came into the Mackle home in Florida. Robert wasn't home yet, but a trusted associate answered the phone. The voice on the line was calm, almost controlled. "Tell Robert to look under a palm tree in the northeast corner of the house." 6 inches down, under a rock, the line went dead. When agents arrived and dug beneath the palm tree, they found a glass test tube buried in the soil. What it described was something the FBI had never dealt with before. It chilled everyone who read it. "Your daughter is alive," the letter said. "She is inside a small capsule buried in a remote location. She has food, water, and air, but only for 7 days." And that countdown had already started. After that, the batteries would fail. The air would stop, and Barbara would die. The kidnappers demanded $500,000 in unmarked cash and warned that even after payment, the money would undergo hours of testing, which meant even paying the ransom wouldn't save her immediately. Barbara's life wasn't just on a timer. It had already been counting down for hours, and every second mattered. Somewhere underground, Barbara was still alive, and the FBI had no idea where she was buried.